Yes, Villa fans, we are rocking and rolling now. We're in steamroller mode. Absolutely. What a performance. What a win. 3 points off sixth place now. Top of the form table since Unai Emery's come in.
Lost your voice, Luke.
Oh. Well, I don't know what else I can say about Unai Emery. So we'll start with the game first. What another away performance. You know, I was at St Mary's watching the Villa in complete calm. There was no drama. There was nothing. It was pure calm watching our team go out and boss possession, you know, knock it round at a good pace, you know, and mopping stuff up when we needed to, and, you know, looking lively on the attack as well. And just, it's absolutely brilliant. You know, he's got 3 away wins in a row now. You know, the form since Unai Emery's come in has been absolutely fantastic. He's got a new chant, which is absolutely amazing. So that's one ticked off now for Villa Park. So we've got a new chant. And yeah, Ali, your thoughts first, and then we'll get into it. So, Ryan, take it away.
I would just like to raise my beer to you, Mr. Robinson, on a day of curse. He's being broke. The third kick curse was busted, smashed out the window, and more importantly, the Robinson curse was blew away. He has finally seen the Villa win a Premier League game away from Villa Park. Well done, Mr. Robinson.
Do you know what, though? Do you know what? I was sat there as the clock was ticking away into a 90-minute mark, and I was just thinking, what do you do when you win away?
What happens next? What happens at the whistle?
And then we all just start bawling out St Mary's, just singing, and you know, it was class. It was class.
Yeah, it was. It was a dominant performance, wasn't it?
When I got to the ground, I was walking up the coach bit where all the Villa coaches were, and I was like, this is where me and Ryan did that fan cam walking out of here. And then, you know, next time we're walking out, we're like rapturous, you know, singing Unai Emery, and yeah, it was class.
The difference between them two games, oh my God, we're just in a completely different place now, aren't we? We are just on the up, man. I feel absolutely buzzing about this, and I'm going to celebrate it. Don't care what's around the corner, if we have a loss of form or whatever. The here and now, I'm on it. I'm celebrating tonight. I'm loving it. It was a dominant performance. You know, you think about the Saints. They was on a high, weren't they? They'd won 3 in a row. And I think back to my match preview thoughts, and like I was wondering how we'd approach this game, because I did feel we were favourites, and I fancied us, and I thought this is a game we should be going and winning. And I was intrigued to see how Emery would set up, but it weren't like the last 2 away performances against Brighton and Tottenham, where we sort of like soaked up pressure. You know, we was within ourselves. We looked to counter. This game, we was dominant, weren't we? We was dominant from the off. We rocked up there at St Mary's and went, this is how we're playing today. You know, 75% possession, wasn't it? Or something like that in the first half. That is unreal for an away team. And we were solid in defence, the midfield, the double pivot. It was great. Buendia, full of tricks and ideas. A little bit toothless up front, the first half. But second half, again, we just carried on. We carried on that momentum. You know, that momentum chart that you normally bring up in your debrief, Luke, that's just going to be full of Villa, because it was just relentless, wasn't it? And eventually we get the breakthrough. You know, the Saints did have a couple of goals ruled out. It was offside. We've seen Mings, haven't we, talk about how they celebrate offsides now and how they're working on it in training. So, you know, it's pleasing to see that is coming off. And then obviously the VAR goal, which was a foul. You know, he trod on his ankle before he pushed him in the back. The push was soft, but you know the step on the Achilles was blatant. It was clear as day. And apart from that, really, they didn't really have much opportunity to really hurt us. And then we take our chance like we have been doing in every away game. I mean, when we get that sniff and that opportunity, Watkins with that bullet header and the limbs in the away end, it was right in front of you, wasn't it, Luke? And I thought Watkins deserved it. I thought first half his hold-up play working with his back towards the goal was good. And then the second half, he gets his reward. And, there's pressure on him at the minute because he looks around and he's the only striker in this squad, isn't it? So all the pressure is on him to produce and get the goals at the minute until we get that support in. So that was very pleasing as well.
Yeah, and I sat right behind the goal, right in the middle of the goal. And I love sitting behind the goal because I feel like you have a clear view of positions, movement, runs, everything. I love it. And I could just see everything. I've criticised Buendia, and I think he had a really, really good game today because there was times where he was popping people off on his shoulder and bumping people off. And, I thought second half, he really turned the screw on that game. And I felt like Buendia was the one that gave us that momentum in the second half. I thought the centre-back, the defence as a 5 is so solid now. It's absolutely brilliant. The double pivot is great. And I just thought it was, we spoke about what we expected going into the game. And I think now we're starting to understand an Emery side and understand how we're playing. When we do a preview and we say, what do we expect? We're sort of saying what we feel like the team's going to play like. And I think if you were to watch that preview that we did and watch that game today, it's exactly what we said. Keep it tight. Half time, if it's 0-0, you said it, Justin, you'd be absolutely buzzing. Grow into the game in the second half, which is what you said. We scored about the 75th minute. I mean, we literally said the game plan in the match preview, and that's because we understand how this team are working, and we're now seeing what we do away from home. And it was literally a perfect away performance because we kept a clean sheet and the game plan was executed from the first whistle to the last one. So, fair play, Villa. Justin, how did you see the game?
Pretty much as you've just said, to be honest. I thought it was pretty much the perfect away performance, wasn't it? Coming off the back of a few positive results for them, we knew that let's try and start positively, and I thought they knocked it around okay in the first sort of 15, 20. We were just, feeling our way into the game. Didn't really give them any possession, didn't really give them any chances. And it was quite 50-50, wasn't it? And then we just slowly then just gathered momentum in that first half up until the point when the drone came over and it stopped. And we were massively...
That weren't you filming fan cam footage, was it, Luke?
Mate,
Steven Gerrard. It was Gerrard with a drone, wasn't it?
It's the new concept. We've got to come in drone cam.
Drone cam. Yeah, it was a shame because I felt we were going to score at that point. We got that free kick, didn't we? I thought we were going to get something here. We're going to get something. Then it all stopped. But the momentum we were building up to that point it's perfect. Like we were saying, like I said in the preview, like you just mentioned, Luke, quieten down the home fans. Don't give them anything to shout about. We didn't. Kept it tight at the back. Perfect. Midfield control the game. Great. Only thing that was lacking the first half was that cutting edge, really. And but I don't think that massively matters as long as you're controlling the game, because we all could see that there was only going to be one team going to win it, barring a disastrous sort of, which almost was their goal, wasn't it? Because it was a bit of a deflection and something out of nothing. I thought both VAR decisions were absolutely spot on. 100% it was a foul on Ramsey.
I haven't seen this yet, though. Did Ramsey have a penalty shout in the first half?
He had two. The first one, when I seen it in real time, I thought that's a pen. But
I did as well.
Yeah, he did sort of get fingers on it. But the second one, to me, looked a lot more blatant because he'd rolled him and the defender clips him. So for me, it did get looked at, and you get the check complete and stuff like that. But for me, the second one looked a blatant penalty, to be honest.
Yeah, well, I suppose it wasn't clear and obvious. That's the metric they used, isn't it? And I think when they scored, you saw the reaction of all of our players, running straight to the ref. They could all see that Ramsey had been impeded at the back post. And when you watch it back, it's pretty obvious because there's two of them going for that ball.
You can't push someone.
No, there's two of them.
Did you notice Louise got a yellow card for his pleading to the referee?
For moaning at the ref,
and then got over. So he got his yellow card. The decision got overturned, but then his yellow card stays.
Yeah, it's not. And they might be able to appeal that, but I thought it was definitely a foul because if he's not pushed him or impeded his foot, he gets a clear, chance to head the ball away, and he doesn't bring the ball down. They don't create that chance, so it was the correct call. You can say it was was it marginal? No, it's the right call. And the ref took very, very small amount of time once he got taken over to the screens to make the decision. So that even more makes my mind up, to be honest. And then the goal, we get the goal and it was a good finish. Nice, set play again. Nice ball into the box. Ollie Watkins times his run to perfection. Never a doubt for me that it was offside. It was perfectly timed run, and he finishes it well. He is under a bit of pressure, but for me, if I'm Ollie Watkins, knowing that I'm currently the only striker at Villa, I'm gonna flourish on that. I'm gonna know I'm playing every week now. I'm gonna know I'm the main man, and I'm gonna know this is my time now to shine. So I'm hoping he really grasps this opportunity now and goes forward. But overall, outstanding performance. There wasn't really, barring maybe an extra goal, you couldn't have asked for any more. Keep a clean sheet. Back five are outstanding. Marino looks, second game, first start, outstanding. Ashley Young continues to defy, his age. The two centre halves, phenomenal. They're really purring back to probably near their best now. The double pivot, that we've been waxing lyrical about them too for a long time now. And I agree with you. I thought Buendia had probably one of his best games of the season for me, up until the 69th minute when he came off. He was doing all the things you want from him, and he was strong on the ball. He was tight in tight areas. Yeah, he was good.
There was a couple of through balls he played to Watkins, which were like so close. Yeah. And I think one of the things I noticed today as well is that we were relentless. And we were relentless at winning the ball back. There was times I was like, we need to win this 50-50. And we'd win it and we'd mop it up. And we just kept doing it time and time again. And it just put so much pressure on the opposition that we were in their faces all the time. Like any loose ball, we were there. And we were like hunting in packs as well. If it goes to the left-hand side, there's three of us. There'll be Watkins, the guy on the left, and then the fullback. If it goes to the opposite side, there's another three. So it was just brilliant. And Unai Emery's record at Villa at the minute is top quality. How many games we've had? 7 now. So we've won 5, drew 1, lost 1.
Yeah. 16 points from 21.
It's
ridiculous.
Absolutely remarkable. And those players now, you mentioned Watkins should be flourishing. Those players now should be looking at this and thinking, he's only just come in. We're sitting 3 points off 6th, right? And I'm not getting ahead of myself, but I think you have to assess where we are. Like, we're 3 points off 6th place and we've got half a season to go. Let's just embrace this now and let's realise that there's something here for the taking. Like, we're a point behind Liverpool and Chelsea. Like, let's not look down now. Let's not look back. Let's go for it. Let's keep this form.
There's no expectation, is there, Luke? So we can just keep doing what we're doing now. Just one game at a time, enjoying just no pressure, just one game at a time. And we just focus on that. We haven't got to look at the bigger picture. We just focus on the next game and the next game and the next game. And let's see where we are.
You always want to be the team that's reeling teams in. You don't want to be the teams like Brighton that are already at 6th now, or Brentford that have been 7th. We're reeling them in now. So there'll become times where the pressure's on them type of teams. So, I'm just absolutely, literally loving what I'm seeing from Unai Emery. And then he sticks up that Instagram post after the game. Can he not be more on point? Like, he plays things to an absolute T. And it's
He's a beautiful man. He's a beautiful man.
And if we can't enjoy this now, we've had shit times, we've had so much inconsistency, and now we're like consistently doing well. Let's just enjoy it and see where it can take us this season, because for me now we've got this little free hit period where, like you say, there is no expectation. So I think for the players now, they've got to be looking at it thinking, like, we can do something. We can really do something, and they're part of building something. And we saw with Newcastle last season where they got on that massive streak of doing well. It shifts into the next season, and look where they are. So if we can harness and have a little bit of that, then it just puts us in good stead. And we go into this 2-week break now, like flying. So
I think it's such football is all about momentum, negative momentum or positive momentum, and we've been stuck in a cycle of negative momentum for since we came up. Really, if you're looking at as a whole, we've never really got the engine running, purring, have we? But it's definitely, the fine tuning is definitely on the way now with Emery. He sorted out quite a few of our big concerns and big problems under the latter part of Gerrard's reign, and he sorted them out pretty quickly. The squad is being really, sorted out as well this window. There seems to be a lot of deadwood being allowed to go. My only concern going forward in the initial, and it is absolutely a free hit this season, we have got nothing to lose, absolutely nothing to lose. Take everything, like Ryan said, every single game as it comes on its merit. I would fancy us against everybody. My only caveat to that would be, if you looked at the bench today, it was a little bit sparse. We were a player missing because we couldn't fill the bench, and we had 2 keepers. Now, I'm pretty sure that's going to be sorted. I know we're missing Carlos. I know we're missing John McGinn. And we're missing Luca Dean as well. So, and I'm sure 1 or 2 are going to come in to supplement what we've got, especially in the attacking positions. We've obviously got the new striker coming in as well. So as long as that's addressed in the next 2 weeks up to the end of the window, which is great now, to be honest, that we haven't got a game up to the transfer window, they can solely concentrate on sorting out 1 or 2 signings and 1 or 2 outs. Because if you're a player looking for a club and you're a player looking to come to the Premier League now, you're going to look at Villa as a massive opportunity. You're going to look at Villa with the infrastructure, the fan base, the momentum that we're building, the position we are in the league, and you're going to think, I fancy a bit of that. I fancy a bit of that good time. So as long as we can get the squad depth sorted with 1 or 2 incomings, then I said, and I have said, and after the FA Cup defeat, I wasn't going to get too excited if things started going really well, and I wasn't going to get too low if there wasn't, because this, as we know, is a period of building under Emery for next season. But to be honest, why not just go for it? Absolutely, and just see what happens. Absolutely, just see what happens. Look, I'm not putting any ceiling on it. I'm not going to say Europe. I'm not going to say anything like that, because it could quite easily, after the Leicester game, we've got Man City and Arsenal. So, a couple of bad results there, and things are suddenly. Let's not get carried away with what we could achieve. Let's just take every game as it comes. Look, that's exactly what Emery will be doing, and the players will be doing. Their focus will be solely on Leicester now, getting another 3 points and seeing where that 3 points puts us in the league. And if we keep doing that and we keep the momentum going, anything is possible.
Just enjoy winning football games, isn't it?
Exactly.
And that away support, we've got a hardcore away following it where it's sell out. It's hard to get tickets, and they've put up with some dire performances since we've been back in the Premier League, really. So this run of form, 3 games in a row, 9 points out of 9. Incredible. So I hope everyone that does them hard miles, them slogs, the midweek games, are really enjoying their beers tonight.
Do you know what? I think Luke summed it up when he said what he said at the start. He's been today. He's done that massive journey. He's put the effort in. But to be able to sit in them stands and watch the team almost calmly, knowing that team is going to put on a performance. We're not going to win every game. We know that. But we know now we are a match for anybody in this league now. And we're only going to get better. So just enjoy the ride. Enjoy sitting, watching the team and being wow, look at what we're watching. Look what we've been served up now. Proper football with a proper manager with fantastic tactics, and we're seeing an end result finally.
Yeah, I just feel that now, if we are to lose a game, it's because the other team have worked blooming hard to beat us. Because there's no way we're going to roll over in any game, or any game's going to become easy or complacent. You're going to have to work for a result against the Villa, and that's what you can ask for, really, isn't it? You know, you've got to hump so much praise on the players as well for taking Emery's vision and passion on board, because Emery can't do it all on his own, and these players have really got on board with him, and I just feel like but the coaching, the clear vision, just giving these players the coaching, everything there, all the information to go out and do it in a great shape, tactically beautiful. Just it's all laid out on a plate for them, and they're delivering it now. They're being asked to play out the comfort zone, play out from the back, and this precise passing and knocking it around and switching it left to right, and the shape and the movement, it's happened quicker than I thought, to be honest. It's a lot to take on board, and it is slowly coming together. But it's good. It's so good to see, and just the reshaping of the squad already, like you say. We've had to go a little bit threadbare now, haven't we? Just to get that deadwood out, and I say deadwood like. The player's not suited. I wouldn't say Danny Ings is deadwood. He was a cracking player. He's a top pro. And with different players around him, he could have been 15, 20 goal striker for Villa, but it was the wrong signing at the wrong time, and it just didn't work out. But he's noticed that straight away. And we've got rid, and it's left us a bit threadbare, but it's the best for the future, isn't it? And we will get players in to suit the system and suit the dressing room and everything. So, God, I'm so excited about the next few weeks and of this transfer window to see how our squad will shape up by the end of that.
Yeah, definitely. Cool. So we'll end it there then.
One more thing. It was interesting. I saw an interview with Leon Bailey today, talking on Sky, talking about the manager. And I think something that I've maybe underestimated with Unai Emery a little bit is he said he's a real laugh. And I didn't sort of see that coming. He said he's a proper laugh on Emery's. And we all knew that connect that Dean Smith had with the players. They all loved Dean Smith. We all lived Dean Smith. Dean Smith fell on his tactical side of the game. We seem to have a manager that is actually ticking every single box for Villa. He's in tune with the fans. The players love him because he seems to be a really nice bloke, and he's tactically so astute, and he gets the whole club. So I can't be more happier. I am absolutely over the moon the way the club's headed, and the next few months.
There's a reason why. I think he's signed. Is it 19 players? He's re-signed for different clubs, and you can.
They like going back to him. Yeah,
they like going back to him. Everyone speaks glowing of him. And I was thinking the other day when I was driving home from work, what'd it be like if Chukwuemeka was still here? And I just feel like, like Gerrard made him turn up to the coach with all his bags packed and then said, nah, you ain't signed your contract, you're off. I just feel that Emery wouldn't be like that.
To be that man manager as well. And, Bailey's had a rough ride over the last few months with Villa, and he was speaking like he absolutely loved him.
Yeah, he's polite, he's a gentleman, isn't he? So.
Do you remember when we was at that Just 14 event, and we were sat there, and Unai Emery had just been announced, and we were all buzzing, weren't we?
Yeah, it was, isn't it, that night?
Right. We sat there at that moment in time. We could never have envisaged the next 7 games going the way they've gone.
No.
You'd never think that we would be in the form that we're in right now. And it's just class, isn't it? So we'll end it there then. We'll have player ratings out as well. So cheers everyone for watching. Hit a like if you've got this far. Subscribe if you've got this far. Get on this journey with us because it's going to be a good one. And up the Villa and up the 3 points.
Up the Villa.